Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be walking and hiking around Boiling Springs, actually on the Appalachian Trail today. Thanks for joining me. Lots and lots of geese here today, and ducks. So I really love this trail because of the variation that we're going to see. I'm going to be probably doing a little over 4 miles today. And as you can see, we started out going around this very nice lake in the center of town. And then we will be moving to kind of like a farmland, much more open area for about a mile or so. And then there's woods and uphill, and looks like they are getting fed over there. So that's interesting. But I am really excited to show you guys this trail, and I hope you guys enjoy the variation as much as I do. That there's lake, farm, and woods. I don't see that very often in Pennsylvania, at least not where I'm from. So let's get one last look at this beautiful lake before we leave it behind to move to the other sections. Wonder what this large monolith is. I've never actually come and read this sign before. So I guess this large monolith is actually a iron forge that was used back in the day. So that's pretty cool. But let's keep on going. It really must have rained last night. Pretty cloudy this morning, and the humidity is definitely there. There isn't a whole lot of sunlight, and so it's not super warm yet. It's only about 10 a.m. Fly fishermen out on this morning. But we will cross the train tracks on the road and then get going into the woods. So we've reached definitely a quieter part of the hike, a small trail section before we get into the open farmland that I was talking about. And it actually, you can get a view of the crops there through the trail, and it actually looks like the corn is in season. It is very high, so might not actually get a very good view. Appalachian Trail Campground. Might not get a very good view from the trail, but that's okay. We'll see what it's looking like. So we just came out of the woods right there behind me, and we're into the open farmland, what is normally open farmland, but the corn is much taller than I am right now, and so you basically can't see anything. So that's a little bit unfortunate. We'll have to come back here when that's not the case, because a lot of times the view that you get from this area is really cool. You can see some mountains in the back where the small mountain that we'll actually be climbing today is usually visible, but that's okay. we need to eat, we need corn, so that's all right. Still gonna be a great hike. Soft plants here. Pretty cool. A little taste of what you can normally see on this hike. Some pretty cool mountains. Pretty far away, and they're not super tall, but it's usually very open like that. So that's cool to see. I will see if I can get some more viewpoints for you guys before we get into the wooded climb section of the hike. This trail is about 30 minutes from where I live in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, but it would be a perfect sort of after work hike for anyone that lives in places like Carlisle, Pennsylvania, where it would probably be 10 minutes or less depending on where you live. So I would highly recommend, especially when the crops are not in full sort of bloom, to check it out and come do a little hike here. So here's a view of the mountains actually that we get. The climb that we're going to be doing, we're going to be entering the woods sort of in that area, forest, and we're going to be kind of going right up that mountain hill thing. So I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully we get a viewpoint from the top. I don't think that there is anything better than getting out somewhat early in the morning, not that early, and hitting a nice quiet trail where the weather's good, sort of before the sun gets up, before the heat is super intense, and just having some time alone to just think and walk around in nature. It's great. It's great. Cool wildflowers and some yellow crops or weeds. I'm not sure. I can't tell the difference. I'm not a farmer. But anyway, it's cool. Into a part where the road provides some nice clearing. You can see some of the other mountains that you can usually see. There's usually some more kind of in that area, but it's cloudy, foggy, so you can't quite see all the way. But we're going this way. Hills start to look a little bit bigger as you approach it. Luckily the crops are lower here, so let's keep an eye on it. And those clouds are looking kind of menacing, but I don't see any rain projected, so we'll see. See if we can do a cool edit. Ready? A little teleport action here. Oh, whoa. We just teleported from up there. Let's keep going. Get into the wooded section of the hike now. With the sun being behind the clouds, it's definitely a little darker than I'm used to on this trail. But it's really not crowded today. I haven't seen anyone in probably 15 minutes walking along the farm section and the outdoors area, so that's great. Gonna be starting to climb here in just a minute or two. There's 656 total feet of elevation gain on this hike, and so let's do it. Starting the gradual climb now, and 656 feet of elevation gain is not nothing, but I think I'll be feeling pretty good today. I was lucky enough to recently travel to Switzerland, where I was able to do a bunch of hiking all around Zurich and some of the mountain towns in the Alps. So definitely was hiking at a higher elevation, as well as more elevation gain on those hikes compared to this one. So we'll see how we're feeling, but I think it'll be good. Whew. I will say, I am definitely sweating, even though the elevation isn't crazy compared to what I've been doing. It is very humid today, so. Almost to the top of the climb, and then it's all downhill or flat. So that's nice. Much more open as we get to the top of this hill, and kind of going down a little bit here. Oh, much rockier in this section, maybe even a little bit of scrambling up here. So that's fun. Oh. See if I can get a viewpoint from up here. That's what we just came up. I actually think the trail is down there, so let's see if we can down climb here. Oof. There we go. Back to the trail. So, ended up going a little bit further than I thought we were going to. At about 3.5 right now, and so I think I'm actually going to go ahead and turn around now. It looks like the trail is a 4-mile point to point, not 4 miles out and back. So my mistake. It looks like it'll be a 7-mile hike today rather than 4. But gonna be downhill from here. So let's do it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy. Missed this little, very, very little overlook on the way out, but I'm almost through the rocky section, so that's great. It says Center Point Knob, which is the top of the White Rocks Trail, so we are about to make that descend down the area that we climbed up earlier. Thanks for coming along with me, guys. I'm having a great one. Coming out of the forest now. Looking a little brighter, a little warmer, a little more humid. But we are a couple miles away from being back. I'm looking forward to some water, but this has been a really, really great hike so far. Thank you guys for joining me. All right, we are now back to the road, getting through the hike. We are almost there, almost there. Sun's coming out. I wonder if the lake will be any more bright or crowded. We'll see. Coming down to the end of the farmland now. The sky still looking kind of ominous, but kind of cool with all the clouds. Almost through the farmland. There's the edge of the forest that we're going to. And then just that little bit of forest, a couple creeks, and then we are at the lake again. So, getting there. I am very thirsty. But thank you guys for coming. clear here today. That's awesome. Furnace. All right, we are back at the lake. I want to thank you guys so much for watching and coming along, joining me on this magnificent hike this morning. Sun's finally starting to come out. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you join me again for the next one. See ya.